Finally got my light working. Anyway, hey everyone. I did. We did get my light looked at. It was a wiring issue, which is just weird. Um, I'm dyeing my hair. At least attempting to. I'm totally gonna miss some spots because, well, I suck when it comes to coloring my own hair. Unless I'm bleaching it and doing actual color, I tend to miss spots everywhere. But I don't really care at this point in time. This is just going to be a mess anyway. And yes, I'm doing it in my room. Because, well, hogging the bathroom while dyeing my hair just seems ridiculous. Especially when I can just cover everything I have here with something I don't care about too much. Now, I like this blanket, but I don't care if it gets a little messy. It'll give it some more character. But yeah. Yeah, don't check. It's been a while. So I started reading this story not too long ago. Uh, Crap, I can't remember the name of it now. I think I started it last night. And basically, a girl transmigrates into a body that has just been killed. Um, and she wakes back up and literally gets killed. Well, I guess technically doesn't get killed, but uses magic of some sort to go back in time. Uh, and the guy that she liked in her modern life happens to be the guy who killed her, who happens to be her fiance. And she gets entangled in all of this weird stuff. They don't exactly tell you what the hell's going on, which really irritated me. Um, there's no explanation as to what's going on. She's got no memories of anybody around her or anything of the sort. Um, and her dad is urging her to get married to this guy, that is obviously a bad guy. Like, I wouldn't freaking trust him. Wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him, which isn't very fucking far. He's a big guy. Son of a bitch. So glad I didn't get that in my eye. That would have really sucked. Um, so anyway, I read this story about 13 chapters. That's about as far as I could get, and I just could not understand what the hell was going on. Um, there's it's like there's no plot whatsoever in this story. It's just It's like, eavesdropping on someone's conversation and all you hear is, that thing with that thing where they do that one thing with that thing to that person with that other person and that guy with that girl and the girl who does that with the guy. It's kind of like that kind of conversation. Uh, that's how the story carries on. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I don't understand this story one freaking bit. There's just, it's nothing but mystery. It says it's a romance and a little bit of psychological in there. Um, but all it is just mystery. What the hell's going on? Um, uh, Mainly, this modern Japanese schoolgirl gets. She thinks that the day that she's going to meet this guy in the garden at school, that he's going to confess to her, and she stops to check herself in a mirror or a window or something, and ends up going through it. Um, and ends up with this, and gets killed and all that. The normal reverse timing situation. And she this knight called Red Eyes comes and saves her from a guy that breaks into her house. Um, and her fiance is acting extremely controlling over her and weird stuff like that. It's just, like, that is the best I can explain it. If any of you guys read it and can figure out what the hell's going on, please do tell me, because I can't figure it out for the life of me. I can figure out a lot of shit, but that makes no sense. Um, a lot of people thought Seven Psychopaths made no sense. It made perfect sense to me. Um, but yeah. Um, so if any of y'all read that, I can't remember the name of it right now, and I can't exactly look it up either. Uh, but yeah, if you happen to come across it and can figure out what the hell's going on, please do tell me. Let me know. Because I couldn't figure it out. Um, Anyways, I found a series that I've been wanting to watch for quite a while. And yes, I know I'm jumping up between different things at the time. I'm reading one, two, three, four, five, six different mangas at this time, while also watching a new series and an old series that I've been meaning to catch up on. But my brain works that way. Um, oh, right, there was another question I wanted to ask you guys. Uh, you know, the silent movies, all in black and white. Well, usually all in black and white. Um, they don't say anything, but the characters basically tell the story with everything around them and themselves. It's it's quite interesting to see because they don't do that so much anymore. Not a lot of people in find those entertaining, which just really sucks because they're really well done. And I just find them amazing. Um, but anyway, have you ever just watched a silent movie and you could hear what they're saying? They're not saying anything, but you can just hear it. It's just like the way your brain works, and you can picture what their voices are like. You can picture the tone they're using and stuff like that. I was living with a friend, and I ended up watching this silent movie. Uh, I found it on YouTube. Now I can't remember the name of it. And it it pulled me in uh, about this girl who goes down to the police station to report her missing husband. Um, the police automatically assume that uh, once they find out that he's dead, they assume that the wife had killed him. So they put her into custody, and she's in there grieving over the loss of her husband, and one of her neighbors is brought in for questioning because apparently she had seen the woman's husband the night he, uh, a couple of hours before he went missing. Um, and it trying to make sure I get this everywhere, which is really difficult to do, especially when my hair decides it's just going to clump together. So anyway, she asks her neighbor what she's doing there, and the neighbor says she got pulled over uh, because her tail light was out. You know, obviously lying. And then the cops come and start questioning her in the cell. They don't take her to a private room or anything like that. They just start questioning her there. What were you doing with so and so around this time? Um, did he say anything to you that was out of the ordinary? You know, stuff like that. Now, granted, this is a silent movie. I'm watching this and just completely engrossed in it. I'm hearing their voices. Like, I can literally hear their voices and I can see the colors, which, granted, is a lot of freaking beige and brown. Um, so, while I was watching this movie, the silent movie, uh, one of my friend's kids came up and startled me, just literally startled me. I did not know that I didn't hear her come up. Like I said, I could hear the voices in this thing. Um, and she sits down next to me, and then she taps on my shoulder, which startles me, and I pause the movie as quickly as possible. It's not like it's a bad movie, but I'm just like, what do you want? I want to get back to this. It's getting good. type deal. Um, and she asked me what I'm watching, and I'm like, a silent movie. She's like, well, if it's a silent movie, how come you didn't hear me, Aunt Kat? And I'm like, well, my brain does this thing. I can hear the voices even though it's a silent movie. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, really. So she puts in one of my headphones and earphones. Excuse me, I keep forgetting they're not all headphones. Um, and starts watching this movie with me. And she doesn't understand what's going on. She doesn't quite get it. So she's like, "What's happening here? Um, what did she say to the cops that pissed the other woman off and whatever?" And I was like, "Oh, well, she's lying about why she was meeting with this woman's husband the night he went missing." And she's like, "How do you know that's what they're talking about?" And I was like, "Well, how do you not know?" Hey, it's not really one of my stories. It's about a silent movie where I was living when I was a kid. Well, God, kid. Not a kid. Where I was living when, well, kind of living when I was homeless. So, back to silent. She was like, well, how do you know what they're saying if it's a silent movie? And I was like, how do you not know what they're saying? To me, it makes perfect sense. I don't understand why it doesn't make sense to you. True, very true. It is technically a story of my past. My brain is just kind of all over the place right now. Anxiety and panic attacks are no fun, and so I'm doing this. um, so she asked me how I could hear their voices if they're not saying anything, if it's just a silent movie all in black and white. How do I know what's going on? And I was like, well, my brain does this weird thing where even if it's a silent movie, I can hear their tone of voices, what they're saying. I can hear the sounds in the movie without there actually being sounds. Kind of like reading a book and your brain's playing the movie. And not a lot of people can do it. It's actually kind of rare, supposedly, although everyone I've met can do it. And she was like, well, you're just so weird, Aunt Kat. And I was like, yeah, okay. I was like, I'll take that. I don't mind being weird. It just means I'm me. Yeah, same. Silent movies. I don't know how I managed to find this one. It just popped up on YouTube one day, and I was like, this looks interesting. I have to watch it. So I started watching it and got really pulled into it. And just it became a thing. So I've been trying to hunt them all down. I found a couple on I can't remember the name of it. All I know is the storyline is a woman gets goes into the police station, asks if well, files a missing persons report on her husband. And then the cops come a couple days later and take her to jail for questioning, and then they also bring in her neighbor's wife, and who had seen him maybe like an hour or two before he was reported missing. Um, and basically, the whole story is about this woman trying to find out why her neighbor was with her husband. Ooh. Aha! I win. So I'm not entirely sure what it was called. It just kind of popped up on uh, YouTube when I was looking up mystery movies. My mom found this way to do sci-fi movies on YouTube, and I was like, well, I wonder if I can do mystery. And a silent movie popped up, and I was like, ooh. So I started watching it. I really wish I could remember the name of it. Watch, I'm going to have a huge brown spot right here. Yeah, YouTube is really great. Uh, well, it's going to come out blue anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's supposed to be bright black, but they might as well just put blue black on the box. Ooh. Made that one too. Sweet. That's rare. And oh, this is gonna be fun. And she was telling me that that she found a cool sci-fi movie, which the one that she found is called The Host. I've seen it before, and I was like, oh, I know the name of that movie. And Mom was like, really? What is it? And she ended up ordering it off of Amazon because she really wanted that movie. So far, I can't really complain about it. My main issue is just trying to pretend like I can be a normal person. I have not seen Dune. Is that good? The last new movie I saw was Ron Gone Wrong, and I absolutely adore that movie. Oh, now I got dye all over me. Frickin' miracle. Didn't get it anywhere on my blankets. I'm a genius. So yeah, the last movie I watched was Ron Gone Wrong, and it was basically a private showing, which was really cool. Mm. I'm already unique as it is. I don't strive to be anything. And you're quite young. The way you're typing makes it sound like you're old. But you said you're in your early 20s? Yeah, I'm 30 now. And I do not look my age. I got carded the other day. Jesus, that sucked. I can't drive. Don't have a job. I'm living with my mother again. Uh, have been kicked out of one, two, three, four, five places. Have been homeless twice. One of them was living under a bridge. Not fun. But also kind of fun at the same time because I had my dog. Um, until I had to give her up because I couldn't afford to take care of her anymore. She ended up with cancer, and there was a couple willing to take care of her for me. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta say though, being homeless was not the worst. Um, at that point in my life, it seemed like that was exactly what I needed. Uh, just yeah, definitely needed it. My dog, she took pretty good care of me. She That dog is resourceful. I don't know how she came back with food so many times, but I tend to be more of a kid, having to grow up fast. Not really. Behind the scenes, there's a whole chaotic, gruesome scene going on. Um, it just, I tend to pretend like nothing affects me, and then later when I'm by myself, just have this whole kind of psychotic break just to kind of untangle some of the knots that are piling up. Everyone has a dark side. Are you sure you want to share it though? Because I would be very interested in that. I have a very bad dark side, so it's kind of different for everybody. It depends. How dark can you get? Mine is one episode of Lost where the guy in the wheelchair gets hit by the teacher, and I just started laughing. Or when my boyfriend asked me, well, not boyfriend, ex boyfriend asked me for what time it was, and I'm not going to go into that one because that tends to offend a lot of people. Even though I know it was a horrendous day, I lost someone in such a thing, but it just, my sense of humor is weird. But dark sides vary from a dark sense of humor to all sorts of different things. It entails a whole lot. So, I mean, if you want to share it, go ahead. I'm happy to listen. Well, read or listen, either way. Um, Up to you. Why did they take it away? My mother has a leather jacket. She's absolutely obsessed with the darn thing. She takes it with her everywhere. Uh, eh, Gotta say, leather has a great feel to it. My sister has a thing with velvet, and I absolutely adore silk. Just there's a certain feel to it that's just oof. One of my favorites at this point in time is not silk though, just cotton. But stay there. I don't think I've ever had a physical attraction to something like that. Although I do understand it because leather has a really great feel to it. Just the texture of it, the smell. I get that. Unfortunately, I don't have anything leather. I used to. I had a full leather suit that I used to pretend to be a serial killer walking down alleyways when I was homeless, just because I could. Um, I ended up getting selling that suit for a downward spiral that I had hit, um, which my downward spiral only consisted of drinking. It didn't go past that because, well, I don't understand a lot of things in life, and then one of those things just happens to be drugs of any shape or form. Um, the only medication that I take, I cannot find. Wow, that is how that goes. I just had it. Yeah, well, I have no idea where it went. It's um it's mainly just for my headaches, my migraines. Although they don't really help very much with the migraines. Crap, I didn't pay attention to the time. Um yeah. um the last time I was prescribed any meds was after I had my little girl. Uh it's for postpartum depression, and it ended up making me go blind. So I stopped taking it all on my own. I haven't taken any medicine since just because of that. Don't trust medicines, never have. I tried to deal with everything on my own, which probably is not a good idea considering that I can't take care of stuff on my own. um, Although I gotta say, I wouldn't really count that as a dark side. Just gotta say that. It, but yeah, my dark side tends to consist of how many people could I murder in a night. Um, like if I get irritated and I'm outside smoking and I just see these people walking by just having a great time, my head instantly goes, I could kill them. No one would ever know. Just no one would ever know. I live in Florida. We got alligators everywhere. They eat people. They can take care of it. You can just get rid of body so easily. Just all I keep thinking about is, yeah, I could kill them. Never do it, but No, we're not talking about that right now. Anyway. Yeah, I know several people who have had leather fetishes. I don't know them now. Kind of lost touch with everybody at some point, which I found was really screwed up because while I was homeless was when everyone wanted my attention the most. But when I had a place to live, they were just like, eh. When I was homeless, everyone was like, oh my God, are you okay? Are you all right? What can we do for you? And I'm just like, oh God, that's so fake. Just so fake. Could I could smell the lies. Just ugh. Just no. I just know. I have I don't know what you would call it though. I have a fetish of my own, but I'm not sure as to what it would. Hmm, I'll have to think about that some more. Hmm. Nope. Unfortunately not. I can't take care of leather. Very true. Uh I used to have a leather belt. I don't anymore. No, I ended up selling everything so that I could buy alcohol. Uh all that I have left are, well, literally gaming systems, a mini fridge, a TV that my mother gave me, this laptop that my mother bought me, this cup that my mother bought me, which I'm completely obsessed with because rainbow. Just the way they do this rainbow, there's not so much pink on it, which I absolutely adore. I hate the color pink, but I have so much pink stuff. Why does everything have to be pink? Um, I have this blanket, a Straw Hat Crew Mugiwara uh, blanket, Soul Eater pillow, and an Akatsuki pillow that my mother bought me. Um, plus this disaster pastel pillow that my mother bought me as well. I have a thing for really soft blankets and plushies and stuff like that. I I tend to be more childish in the stuff that I like. Um, yes, I have I have jeans for days. Um, I used to have a really cool um, pair of Bell jeans that I absolutely loved, and this black and red sweater that I would wear 24/7, along with my leather belt that had a skull buckle on it, and they all disappeared. I'm gonna have to accuse my sister of stealing them, but unfortunately, I do not. You know how hard those are to find, especially in Florida. Good luck with that. I even tried finding some on Amazon. You cannot find any in the right style, especially ones that would fit me, unfortunately. I have gained a lot of weight and I do not care. I am happy. Ish. Maybe. I have no idea how long I've had this in my hair. Crap. That is not good. Well, it's not like it'll stay in my hair anyway. I'll wash it 2 or 3 times and it's all gone. And then I'll just be left with this greenish gray color. $10? Really? It's only been 10 minutes? Cool. In Florida, I haven't seen. It's supposed to be 25 minutes in total. I leave it in for an extra 5. So I leave it in for 30 minutes just to be on the safe side because my hair has this weird thing with color. Because it hates me. Why did you land there? You go there. I did not just yell at a piece of paper. We're going to pretend like that never happened. Don't wear jackets. Not anymore. I'm in Florida. It's hotter than all hell. I can't do jackets. This is as covered as I get. And this is just a spaghetti strap. And I have pajama pants on, which a friend gave me. They're Harry Potter things. I lost a lot of things in that last move. So there are a lot of things that I do not have anymore. So many things gone. Can't really feel upset about it though. Even though I'm missing a lot of stuff, there's just one thing in my room that I look at that all of a sudden it just makes me happy. Yeah, we're actually supposed to get everyone likes Harry Potter. I just don't understand. I mean, I do, but I don't all at the same time. I'm not obsessed with it like my friend is. She's, well, was my friend. Um, she has a clear obsession for it, mainly for Luna. Um, I never got past The Prisoner of Azkaban. That's about as far as I got in the movies. I couldn't watch anymore. I think I saw snippets of one of the other ones. Yeah, I know. She had all of them. She had all the books, she had all the movies. Just she was a real huge fan. I never really got that. It was kind of one of the things that really ticked her off about me, but everyone with their own thing. I have more of an obsession with anime and mangas than anything else, but I kind of get into this. Um, I lost what I was saying. Oh yeah, I kind of get into this like mood when I'm watching something and end up having to watch it like 1,000 times over and over again to make sure I never miss anything. And I'll even look in the backgrounds to find things that they have moved when they were going back and forth to a set or whatnot. Um, like just little knickknacks in the back or decorations that have gone missing that were there just a second ago. It's just. I've only seen a few episodes of that. I got really bored of it real fast. I ended up. The first one I ever anime like thing that ever got to me was how? I don't understand. Um ooh, Hunter x Hunter's so good. I have um well that's embarrassing to admit. I have a crush on the on Hisoka in that series because ooh, just mm, just oof oof damn. Give me a second. I will be right back. Okay. Jesus. I have to go all the way across my room. I have a freaking tornado that ran through there. Um, the thing that got me onto anime in the first place, once I find it, because, well, everything has to stick together, was My Neighbor Totoro. On Leorio, really? I find him adorably stupid just because he's just like completely oblivious to certain things that should be kind of obvious, which I find really adorable, but I mainly have a slight crush on wanting to slap his face. Just like, how do you not understand that? He is adorable, so I absolutely get that. But yeah, I tend to go for Hisoka more just because yum. Um, Leorio tended to be a little him and the blonde kid, which I can't say the name to save the life of me, something along the lines of Krapika or something like that. Yeah, I can see that. He is very oblivious to very obvious things. And but because of that, I would get really irritated because it's just like, how do you not see that? So if I ever actually met a person like him, I'd probably want to slap him. I tended to really hate Krapika, I believe is how you say his name. I can't pronounce it anyway, so I don't really care if I butcher it. I didn't like his character. He was too. So hard to compare him to something because I kind of want to put him up there with Sheldon from Big Bang, but at the same time, I don't because I absolutely adore Sheldon. But he's kind of got that annoying knack to him. It's just, I want to take a sledgehammer and bash his head in. That's what I want to do. Not to me. I mean, he's kind of pretty for a boy, but I couldn't get past the personality and the whole I'm gonna go homicidal maniac on you every time I see a spider type thing. Everyone's got a bit of nerd in them. I can't use a nerd as an insult. Anyway, I started out with My Neighbor Totoro, and then Kiki's Delivery Service, Howl's Moving Castle, Castle in the Sky, Spirited Away, which is my absolute favorite, and Nazca of the Valley of the Wind, also one of my favorites. And I started watching all of Hayao Miyazaki's movies and just kind of fell into a loop of wanting to watch more animated things. I know. So is Ash Ketchum from Pokemon. He's also played by a woman, but not a lot of people know. Spirited Away is really good. Which I also learned an interesting fact about that movie not too long ago, which kind of shocked me. And then I started watching Ghost Hunt. I don't really know how to go into this one because it's good, but it's complete crap all at the same time. It just and then I watched Bleach, I watched Naruto, One Piece is my absolute favorite. I watched Prince of Tennis. I One Out. I have oof, I can't ever stop watching One Outs. I'm obsessed with it. Huh. I don't think I've ever. I haven't seen anyone here wearing a Spirited Away uh, Spirited Away masks. Oh, you mean No Face? I believe there was. Uh, that guy. Yeah. I've never seen anyone wearing, well, just about anything from any of these. I have Totoro socks, which I never wear because I'm so obsessed with them. And I have the exact same Totoro socks, which I do wear. The first pair never wear; they stay locked up and hidden. And the second, the technically the third pair, I wear. Um, so I can shove my feet in people's face and say, "Look at my socks." And then get completely embarrassed because I shoved my foot in someone's face just so they could stare at my socks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I tend to like no face. It's not funny. It's really embarrassing. I nearly died the first time I did that because I was so excited about my new socks. Wanted to show someone my nice new socks, and so I shoved my feet into her face, and I was like, "Look at my socks!" And then I went and hid under the house and cried because, well, that was very unlike me, and all I kept thinking was, "What is she going to think of me now?" As if I'm not crazy enough already. But it ended up being fine. She ended up doing the same thing to me once she got her new socks. She ended up finding these Harley Quinn socks, and she has an absolute obsession with Harley Quinn, and can actually pull the look off very well, depending on which one she's going for. If she's going for the pink and blue version, red, blue, pink, blue, whatever it is, she can pull it off very well, but the black and red one, she cannot. She is. Was. She ended up moving, which left me homeless for a short while and kind of led to a whole downward spiral, and ended up with my mother paying for a train ticket to get me back here to live with her because there were no other options left, and I was ready to get kicked out of here in 2 seconds flat. I was more than half expecting that, and somehow I'm still here. That takes a while. I didn't know we had trains. To be completely honest, I was a can't really say I was. I still am kind of oblivious to everything else around me about the real world. It tends to mainly be what I know is what exists. So it's hi. There's the new person. I got two people watching. Well, one person now. They just said hi and left. Nah, they're gone now. You're stuck with me. No third party. Okay, you're back. Yeah, I tend to not get anybody watching these things, so I just sit here and talk to myself most of the time just for the fun of it because, well, I can, and there's nothing better to do. Actually, surprisingly, I'm not very popular with females. I tend to be more popular with males. Even it was like that during school too. I don't know why that is. I have a lot of issues all of my own. Maybe they find my issues attractive. There was a 17-year-old boy who got onto my YouTube channel and asked me if I could take off my clothes, as if that was an option. Like, I put 18 or older on my videos because I tend to curse a lot. So, And plus, most females who are on YouTube mainly only want to watch makeup videos. They don't want to listen to another girl talk. So, how do you say it? Is it Marcus? Please tell me it's Marcus. Did I get that right? What do you mean? Why WTF? Cool. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't butcher it. I knew someone who spelled it the exact same way, but they pronounced it differently, and I can't even remember how they pronounced it. Cool. Right? Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that that one really messed with me. I couldn't get on for a couple of days after that. Haven't seen him again since, so that works out for me. Okay, bye. Uh, but yeah, even in in not high school, I didn't go to high school. Um, even in school, uh, guys tend to like me and want to hang around me more. Girls hated my guts. My brain saw that. Uh, we're not going to go into that right now. Anyway, um, yeah, no, well, he's a teenager. They're going to be screwed up everywhere. There's got to be one somewhere. Oh, I don't know how long it's been. I am probably going to have to. I don't know these people. Quit trying to give me friend suggestions. I don't know them. I don't know why Facebook and all other things try to do these stupid friend suggestion type things. Just because I know someone they know doesn't mean I know them. Irritates me when it does that. One reason I hate Facebook. Well, I hate Facebook to begin with. I miss MySpace. There's a hole in my pants. Oh well, it's tiny enough. No one will know. Yeah, it is really fucking messed up. I don't. I've never messed with Twitter or Instagram or any of that stuff. I haven't found one. Um, I know there's a way to block people, but I haven't been able to find a way to turn off the friend suggestions. The first one I ever had was MySpace, and that one only popped up because I was bored and I wanted to design my own page. Just kind of had a creative knack at the time. And then it went out of style, and my sister used my name and signed me up for a Facebook account, which I ended up getting rid of and getting a new one completely because the people that she was friending for me were not okay. Uh, I enjoy my messed up peeps, but her messed up peeps, not so much. So it ended up being a whole gigantic ordeal. So I ended up having to leave that page, create another email account so that I could have my own Facebook page with only people I know. Well, and one person that I don't exactly know, but every time that we talk just makes me feel better about my life. Okay, I'll have to do that. I am gonna have to skedaddle because I have to go and wash this dreadful, stinky mess out of my hair. But I am definitely going to look that up because that would be helpful if I can get rid of that. Um, I can leave uh, YouTube running and just go and wash my hair real quick, but chances are my screen's going to black out. Um, I don't really schedule these things. I just kind of pop up whenever I get bored, which is gonna kind of start getting more and more hectic. Um, if I was gonna say something, what was I gonna say? Uh, I don't really have the specific time at this point in time to where I'm available or not. It just kind of depends on when I can roll out of bed. Um, Let me see. Uh, okay, okay, yeah, it was really nice talking to you. I should probably check those out because I am terrible when it comes to technology. This laptop that I am doing the webcam through has been through my mental breakdowns and is somehow still running. So, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to run into a lot of people every now and then. I ended up having to set it to private just to. Okay. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. Okay. Okay. I tend to not. There are some games that I will play. I tend to be very picky about my games, just like I am about my anime and everything else. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go and check that out. That sounds really, really cool. I'll probably get like a headache halfway through with all the technical talk. When it just comes to anything technological, my head's just like, I don't understand. They're from Mars. I don't get it. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out. It was really fun getting to talk to you. Um, well, I tend to be a gamer of sorts. I The first game I played on the PS1 was Spyro, and I haven't played anything since. Well, on the PS1. Yeah, it was really fun talking to you. So I'm gonna do my outro now, uh, and then I'm gonna go and wash this crap out of my hair. So I hope everyone has a beautiful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is for you. And I will see you all again later. Bye.